What if I told you the first football wasn't made of leather, or rubber? Thousands of years before packed stadiums, TV broadcasts, and the World Cup, people were already kicking balls across villages, battlefields, and royal courts. But those early balls looked nothing like the one we know today. Some were stuffed with animal hair. Others were made from inflated pig bladders wrapped in leather. And according to some old legends, people even played with human heads after battles. So, how did we go from those strange beginnings to the high-tech football used in today's biggest tournaments? This is the incredible story of the football, and how it changed the world forever. Believe it or not, football didn't begin in England. To find its true origins, we have to travel back more than 2,000 years to ancient China. During the Han Dynasty, soldiers played a game called Cuju, which literally means, kick the ball. At first, it wasn't just a game. It was used to train soldiers, improve balance, and build teamwork before battle. The goal was simple. Keep the ball under control and kick it through a small opening without using your hands. Unlike today's football, there were no giant stadiums, no referees, and no cheering crowds. But one thing was already there, a ball. And surprisingly, it looked far more advanced than most people imagine. Cuju wasn't the only game that looked like football. Hundreds of years later, the ancient Greeks had a game called episkiros. It was fast, rough, and incredibly physical. Players pushed, blocked, and fought to move the ball across the field. The Romans later created their own version, called harpastum. Roman soldiers played it across the empire, turning it into one of the most popular games of its time. But there was one big difference: these games weren't really about scoring beautiful goals. They were about strength, endurance, and preparing men for war. The balls were still handmade. Most were stitched from leather and filled with wool, animal hair, or other soft natural materials. Every ball was unique because there were no factories, only skilled craftsmen. As the Roman Empire faded, football didn't disappear, it evolved. During the Middle Ages in England, entire villages played a wild game known today as mob football. There were almost no rules. Hundreds of people could join a single match. The field could stretch for miles through streets, rivers, and open farmland. Players pushed, wrestled, kicked, and sometimes even fought to move the ball toward a village landmark. Broken bones were common. Some games lasted for hours. And because there were no factories, every football had to be made by hand. Most balls were created from inflated pig bladders covered with stitched leather. Pig bladders were light and could hold air surprisingly well. But they also had a problem: every ball came out a different size and shape. Some bounced. Others barely rolled. Football was becoming more popular, but it still needed one thing: a perfect ball. Everything changed in the 1800s. In 1839, an American inventor named Charles Goodyear accidentally discovered a process called vulcanization. By heating natural rubber with sulfur, he created a material that was stronger, more flexible, and far more durable. It was a breakthrough, not just for football, but for the entire world. For the first time, football makers could replace fragile pig bladders with rubber bladders that kept their shape much longer. The ball became rounder. It bounced more consistently. It flew through the air more predictably. Then, in 1863, England officially created the Football Association and introduced the first standardized rules of modern football. Suddenly, every team needed a ball that was almost exactly the same. Football was no longer just a village game, it was becoming a global sport. By the early 1900s, football had become one of the fastest-growing sports in the world. But there was still a problem. Footballs weren't perfectly round. Many had long leather laces used to close the ball after the rubber bladder was inserted. Those laces could become heavy in the rain and sometimes even hurt players when heading the ball. As technology improved, manufacturers removed the outside laces and created smoother, safer footballs. Then came one of the biggest design breakthroughs in football history, the 32-panel football. Made from 20 white hexagons and 12 black pentagons, this clever design created an almost perfect sphere. It flew more accurately, bounced more consistently, and quickly became the new standard. In 1970, Adidas introduced the Telstar, the first official FIFA World Cup ball with the famous black and white pattern. It wasn't designed just to look cool. It was created so people watching black and white televisions could see the ball more clearly. A simple idea that became one of the most recognizable sports designs in history. Today, the football looks simple. But inside it is decades of engineering, and thousands of years of history. Modern footballs are built with advanced synthetic materials instead of heavy leather. They're lighter, faster, more durable, and almost perfectly round. In recent FIFA tournaments, footballs have even contained tiny sensors inside. These sensors can track the ball's movement hundreds of times every second, helping referees make faster and more accurate decisions. From a handmade leather ball stuffed with animal hair, to a smart football filled with cutting-edge technology, the journey has taken more than 2,000 years. Countless inventors, skilled craftsmen, and millions of players helped shape the game we love today. The next time you watch a football match, remember, you're not just watching a game. You're watching history in motion. The evolution of football. More than 2,000 years. One incredible journey. Which football era surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments. Every object has a story. And every story has a beginning. If you enjoyed discovering the incredible evolution of football, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and join us for more amazing journeys through history. Thanks for watching. Until next time.